Sarah Everard was a 33-year-old marketing executive living in London. On the evening of March 3, 2021, she left a friend's house in Clapham around 9 p.m. to walk home. It was supposed to be a normal short walk, just 2.5 miles. She spoke to her boyfriend on the phone as she walked, and nothing seemed unusual. But Sarah never made it home. Her disappearance shocked the entire country. The streets she walked were busy, familiar, and considered relatively safe. But within days, police revealed that Sarah had been kidnapped and murdered. The disappearance. When Sarah didn't come home, her boyfriend grew worried. The next morning, her friends and family reported her missing. Police immediately launched a search, combing through CCTV footage from the streets she walked that night. On March 9th, 1 week later, human remains were discovered in a wooded area in Kent. Dental records confirmed it was Sarah. The country was stunned. How could a young woman walking home be abducted and killed, especially in the heart of London? The investigation quickly zeroed in on Wayne Couzens, a 48-year-old armed officer with the Metropolitan Police. The killer, Wayne Couzens. Wayne Couzens wasn't an ordinary man. He was a police officer, part of the Parliamentary and Diplomatic Protection Command. This unit guarded high-profile locations like embassies and government buildings. He carried a firearm, wore the uniform, and was trusted by the public. But beneath the surface, Couzens had a disturbing past. He had a history of inappropriate behavior, including allegations of indecent exposure that were never properly investigated. If action had been taken earlier, Sarah might still be alive. The abduction. On the night of March 3, 2021, Couzens was on duty until the afternoon. After finishing work, he rented a car from Enterprise. Later that evening, he spotted Sarah walking home. Using his police warrant card and handcuffs, he stopped her, pretending to enforce COVID-19 lockdown rules. Eyewitnesses later reported seeing a man handcuffing a woman near a white car. They assumed it was a police officer making an arrest. In reality, Sarah was being kidnapped. Couzens drove her to Kent, where he assaulted and murdered her. He then attempted to cover up the crime, disposing of her body in a woodland area. The investigation and arrest detectives traced the rental car and linked it to Couzens. They also found CCTV footage showing Sarah near his vehicle. On March 9th, Couzens was arrested at his home in Kent. Even after his arrest, he lied repeatedly, inventing false stories to protect himself. But overwhelming evidence, including cell phone data, car GPS, and CCTV, proved his guilt. Public outrage and vigil Sarah's murder triggered nationwide outrage. Women across the UK shared their own experiences of harassment, fear, and insecurity in public spaces. The phrase, "she was just walking home," became a rallying cry. A vigil was organised at Clapham Common, near where Sarah was last seen. Thousands gathered to pay tribute, but the event turned controversial when police clashed with attendees, leading to criticism of the Metropolitan Police's handling of the situation. Court proceedings. Wayne Couzens appeared in court and eventually pleaded guilty to kidnapping, rape, and murder. The judge described his crime as devastating, tragic, and wholly brutal. In September 2021, he was sentenced to a whole life order, meaning he will never be released from prison. This was one of the rarest and harshest sentences in the UK. Impact on policing and society. The case had massive repercussions. Public trust in the police was shaken. Questions were raised about how someone like Couzens was allowed to remain an officer despite red flags in his past. The Metropolitan Police faced calls for reform, and there were nationwide debates on women's safety, policing powers, and accountability. Women began sharing their experiences with harassment and violence, leading to campaigns for stronger protections, better policing, and social change. Legacy of the case. Sarah Everard's murder wasn't just another crime story. It became a symbol of the everyday dangers women face and the failures of institutions meant to protect them. Her story lives on as a painful reminder that trust can be betrayed and safety can never be taken for granted. Wayne Couzens is locked away forever, but the questions raised by Sarah's case remain. How many more lives must be lost before